Hi everyone, welcome to Let's Celebrate TV Live. I'm your host, Peter Lee. With me today, as always, over at the Command Center is the director, producer, IT guy. He does it all, and he's also my husband. It's Phil Gordimer.
And good afternoon, good morning, good evening, wherever you're watching us from. Well, I don't think a lot of people will be watching us because at least in this area, it's Eagles football. So
ESGLXL Eagles.
So we'll just be eating a lot.
Yeah. All right, so we are just back this morning from a weekend out on Long Island with our friends Lance and Ken, where we went to all of our favorite wineries, including Lieb Suru or Suru Lieb Cellars, and that's where the drink is going to come from today because they inspired me. They have this drink on their menu called a Merlot mocktail or cocktail. So let's get this started. I need some ice. Crushed ice is good, or small ice cubes like I have here. Right in our big, big glasses. You know what? This is not going to work. My hands are clean, so no commentary.
All right, and in the chat, I've left Suru Lieb's website and their Facebook. This is not a sponsored event. We were just there. We're members. We had a great time there yesterday, so we thought we would make this cocktail.
Yes. So it starts with lemonade. Just any old store-bought lemonade. Let me move that so you can see them both, since the little thing is blocking it. There we go. So 2 ounces in each glass of lemonade. Right in. This might be a little generous, 2 ounces, but that's okay. They're big glasses. Then I have this concoction here in this squeezed bottle. It's Merlot syrup, and all I did was I bought some of their Merlot jelly. I mixed it with equal amounts of water. In this case, I think I had like a half a cup jelly to a half cup of water. Heat it up gently until it all dissolved, and I get syrup. Hey, chunky shots. Syrup made from Merlot grapes. Now, you can do this with any type of grape jelly, maybe not Concord, probably a little too sweet. But if you check out some of your local wineries or gourmet shops, you'll find grape jellies made from wine grapes. So this just needs an ounce in each one. And yes, we did have fun testing this morning, but as a mocktail, not a cocktail.
Oh, we're not doing that twice.
No. There we go. Now, it's kind of a sinister color, but I kind of like it. It's purple. Now, at this point, you can make it a mocktail by using any type of sparkling water. Club soda, seltzer, Perrier, if you must, something like that. We're not going to do that today. We're going to make it a cocktail, and we're going to use their Brut Champagne. Can you zoom in on that?
Yep.
Okay, there we go. We're going to use their Brut sparkling sparkling wine. So I would use, if you can't get this, any dry sparkling wine, champagne. Now let's see if I can open this without too much
It's
trouble.
a jazzy version of a mimosa, if you think about
Right,
it.
a Merlosa.
It's a Merlosa. Mm-hmm. And wine, grapes like Merlot grape jam and Cabernet, there's no alcohol in it. It's just made from
No.
the same grapes that the wine is.
Then we said 2 ounces. Can I just re-pour this? Would you mind?
Sure.
Or should I'll measure? I feel silly measuring champagne.
Well, don't.
All right. All right. Then we'll just we'll free pour.
Yeah, we love these glasses too. We don't get to use them because they're so big, but they're great for displays.
Then we're going to garnish. Look how cute this is. It is, oops, a rosemary sprig shoved into a cranberry. Festive.
Shove some more ice in there, please.
That's about what we had yesterday, dear.
Yeah, I'd like more.
It really is. See, you're ruining it.
I know.
Now, the leaf people are going to yell at us. They're not going to give us... Here, how much more?
Just a good amount. There you go. That way it lasts a bit.
Okay. Oh, you and champagne. Yeah, it's going to last. All right. Do you want to come get this? Would you like me to deliver? What?
I'm coming.
Like, mon petit.
That
Yeah,
was mine.
That one's yours. All right. Wait. Cheers. And cheers to you.
That's quite good. I'm glad we added extra syrup.
Yep. That is good.
Ooh. Just saying.
See? I know my bear.
It's champagne. How can you go wrong?
Well,
Yeah, we'll do, maybe we'll add some sparkling point champagne next time.
we could. We certainly buy enough champagne there. All right. Give me just a moment to clear the decks.
Actually, it's a good weekend for us. It's one of the cheapest weekends we've ever
Yeah, it really
had out
is.
there, partially
is.
because most of the wine was prepaid, and we were collecting on a lot of our free bottles and free tastings in places
Yeah.
we were going.
All right. Any PSAs today, dear?
No, other than we do not have a small channel, but we'll talk about that later.
This is quite tasty. Though I like it as a mocktail too. All right then, let's get started. It's all about peppers today. Crazy, crazy peppers. What are we talking about with peppers? Are we talking about black pepper? No, we're talking about capsaicin, which is, I got this right from the interwebs this morning. It's a genus of flowering plants in the nightshade family. I did not know that. It's native to the Americas, meaning Central and South America, and cultivated worldwide for their edible fruit. Peppers are fruit, and generally known as peppers or capsaicin, wherever you are. Chili peppers grow in 5 different species. Sweet bell peppers and some other sweeter chilies are capsaicin annuum, making it the most cultivated species of the genus worldwide. Now, here's a fascinating thing. These plants have been evolving for 17 million years, and they were domesticated and cultivated at least since 3000 BC, as evidenced by remains of chili peppers found in pottery from Puebla and Huaca. So, wow, 17 million years. Janet says, I can't see the lower third, dear.
Hold on.
Aha. I never knew there were so many peppers. Yeah, and we're just going to touch a few of them. And hi, Janet. Thank you for joining us. We're going to touch on just a few of them, but there are hundreds of varieties. And I know some of you will be calling out other peppers. What about this? So that's a general high-level thing about peppers. Now, you often hear about the Scoville scale, which measures...
Excuse me.
Drinks your juice, Shelby, which measures how hot a pepper is. And the Scoville scale, it's actually a measurement of the pungency of the capsaicin and other substances, and it was invented in 1912 by American pharmacist William Scoville, hence Scoville scale. And it's referred to Scoville heat units, SHU, so we'll talk about that.
Oh, Keith is dedicated, is watching us and the game.
Thank you, Keith. So I have a bunch of peppers here. I have a skillet here. We're going to talk about peppers and we're going to do a little cooking. So let's start with some common peppers and let's start at the bottom of the scale.
The heat scale, huh?
The Scoville scale. You know what these are.
Oops.
What that? Right. Green. They come in color.
Oops.
All right. You're killing me
That's
here,
not
dear.
going to work.
No,
Okay.
it's not.
Let's get you back over there.
Yes. Thank you. We have a new split screen. And we didn't practice enough. Anyway, you've seen them. Green, yellow, red, orange. They're bell peppers. 0 on the Scoville. Probably the most common pepper to us Americans. They're sweet. They're crunchy. The difference is this is not all the way ripe, and the others are of various degrees of ripeness. So this is a little grassy. A lot of people don't like it. They find it bitter. They prefer the red and yellow and orange because they're even sweeter. But this is like, your starter pepper. We have some various types of bell peppers, and there are various types of bell besides just the colors. And one of them I'll show you now. They are these. You're going to have to put that down, dear.
Yep.
Okay. Yay, back to me. Okay. These are little tiny bell peppers. They're mini sweets. They're a play on the bell pepper. These are excellent. I use these all the time. I stuff them. And they make a great appetizer. So I'm going to do a couple right now. I'll show you how easy it is. We actually did a couple episodes on them, I believe. It's my little knife. So what I like to do is take a nice big one, right down the center, and I leave the stem there because that just holds it in. And then carefully with my knife, I'll take out any ribs. Now this is like a bell pepper, so the rib is not hot. There's no heat in these, but it's not very pleasant to eat. And then I'll just get out the seeds and discard. Because the seeds are not very pleasant either, really.
And in chat, tell us your favorite type of peppers and whether you like your peppers mild, hot, spicy, or explode your head off.
I like a bit of heat. It doesn't always like me, but I don't like it when my whole palate is blown away. So this is an easy thing. You can stuff these with virtually anything you want. I've done them with sausage meat and then roasted them. Today I'm just using a mixture of goat cheese and cream and some herbs and spices. But really, you just smush it in. You could probably be extra fancy and pipe it in with a piping bag. I just didn't feel like doing all that today because I've done it this way too. And you can mound them up as high as you want or make them smooth. When you have a big platter of them of all these colors, it's very pretty. And even this, I've done this exact... Oh, okay, just come and take it, dear. It's okay. It's all right.
I didn't see a thing. You never saw me.
No, not at all. Even this, I have warmed them up in the oven. Goat cheese gets a little meltier. Sometimes I'll put a little extra, maybe some Parmesan or something to get a little crunchy and stuff. But you get the idea. Super simple. I see all kinds of chilies and peppers in the store, but I don't know what to do with them. I know. And we got lucky last night. We hit a store out on Long Island, and they had most of these peppers. So, but yeah, it's tough if you're not used to them. But there are, you got the interwebs now. So there are lots of recipes out there. So here's something you can do with these. You can also, saute them. They're great for sausage and peppers, things like that. Treat them like a bell pepper, really. I like red peppers and orange peppers, but not hot. Yeah, there you go. They are sweeter than a green pepper. I am surprised at how many cooks I know and chefs that will not use green peppers. I like them, but like I said, people say they're bitter.
That's good. That mellowed out since you made it.
Yeah, so if you're having a party, this is a great little handheld finger food, couple of bites. Richard tends to lean towards the heatless. Well, yeah.
So Lance has a question for you.
Dry versus fresh, which do you prefer? I use them both depending on what I'm making, actually. I am more inclined to use fresh, but you know, there are recipes that I've made where I needed to use the dry, and I don't mind them. We're going to talk about dried versus fresh in a little bit.
Bailey says, show me the heat.
So next up on our scale, this is something fun. We love this. It's not quite the most mild pepper. There are a couple that are a little more mild, but these I just wanted to get to. These are called shishito peppers. They're very mild. They give me anywhere from 0 to 100 or something on the Scoville scale. Here's what they look like. Again, they come green. As they ripen, they turn orange to red, yellow to orange, and they always, even when they're fresh, look wrinkly like this. This is not, they're not sitting around old. Maybe 1 in every 10 or 20 is going to be spicy. But even that, it's pretty mild. These are great, just blistered. That's what I'm going to do today. And Phil has one job, which is to watch the pan, make sure it doesn't get too smoky.
I'm pretty sure that
It
those...
wasn't on this one, it was on the other
Yeah,
one.
I think that's in the like 0 to 500 stage. Let's see. Shishito, 100 to 1,000.
Right, but it's only 1 in like every 10 or 20. So what I like to do with these, skillet, cast iron, let it heat up, and you can put it right in a dry cast iron. You could use a little olive oil if you wanted, but you're just going to let these cook until they toast and blister. I do like to maybe poke a little bit of holes in them.
They're an
Just-
amazing cocktail appetizer.
Yeah.
Once you heat them up and get them warm and have a nice cocktail, especially if you're a whiskey drinker, it makes things really
Yep.
feel
You
good.
get them all blistered, and then you just sprinkle them with a little salt, and they are amazing. But a couple little holes will just, any steam that builds up in them, that will also keep them from really popping. Care Bears is stuffed green peppers. Yeah, I do love a good stuffed pepper. I really do. And that's, again, a blank canvas. You know, yeah, there's the traditional. Lance says, I like the poblano and habanero for making chili. Sure. It's a nice combination. My kids love anything hot. Yeah, most kids do. I don't know what it is with these young people. All right, that's enough. I'll put these back here. Put these guys. And now I'm just going to put these in the pan and let them go. And that's just the water, because I rinsed them off. So those are shishito peppers. And I picked them not only because we love them, but so often people think, you hear hot peppers and you think Mexican or Thai cuisine. AJ, I want new idea for bell peppers. Well, I just gave you one. You can stuff them with cheese. But you can stuff them with anything. But yeah, we can find some more
And
more
similar
recipes.
from Janet, what do you stuff your peppers with?
Right. I do usually a traditional stuffing with ground meat and rice, herbs, tomatoes, things like that. But I've done them with cheese. I've done them with eggs. I make a nice little breakfast pepper where you cut it in half. And cut it in half this way instead of just kind of chop top off. I cut it in half, and then I have a bowl. And you can put an egg and sausage and stuff in it and cook it. So there we go, AJ. There's another idea for you. Kat says, I never knew that peppers were actually a fruit. Yeah, they are. They're a berry, actually. At least one of the things I read said they were a berry. You like orange, red, and yellow in stir-fry and salad? Sure, because it's nice and colorful and crunchy, sweet. Now, next up is maybe one you haven't heard of. This is called ajito pepper. I think I'm saying that correctly. These, like many of them, are usually picked green, and they are kind of a sweet take on Scotch bonnet, from what I understand. People who grow them themselves, apparently they're very easy to grow. We'll wait till they turn red or orange, but they're often, you can eat them green like this. And they are on the sweet side. On the Scoville scale, they're anywhere from 0 to 500, so a sweet take on the Scotch bonnet. And they kind of look similar to a Scotch bonnet. Let's cut one open. I didn't know what these were last night. I just bought them. Okay,
Taste.
so they look like a regular pepper inside. Okay, watch, this is going to be the one that is...
Do we need to get milk?
Right. No, okay. Similar to a bell pepper, but grassier. I kind of like it. There's a teeniest tiny bit of tingle in the back of my palate now, but not upsetting. Kind of like hi, I got a little Scoville for you. But yeah, I would use these. I would cook these. If I could find them fully ripened, I wonder what they taste like if they're sweeter.
Excuse me.
Okay, oops. Let's just start keeping an eye on these so they don't...
Don't hear anything sizzling yet.
No, we're getting some toast on them. See? Brownness. But I don't want them to burn either. I want them to start to char and blister a bit. And they're not, dear. There's no oil in the pan. They're not frying. Okay. Next up in our pepper parade would be Cubanelles. You've probably seen them. You've probably had them. Nice, big. These are often used for stuffing chiles relleno. I can never say that word. But they're stuffed often. Italians do them. Spanish do them with meats and or cheeses. They are kind of mild-ish. Anywhere from 100 to 1,000 on the Scoville heat units. So, one might be a little spicier than you expect, but they're very, very delicious. Very, very fresh. We've had these, dear.
Yep.
Oops. Oh well. Someone will clean that up. Karen.
Where's the kitty?
Right? Oh, I hope not. Well, you'll have to get it. So those are Cubanelles. Let's give these just a...
Yeah, let's get them nice and dark.
Yeah, well they are. I'm starting to see little wisps of smoke here and there. That's why I'm kind of turning them. Yeah. I think I might want to put some oil in the pan. They're charring, but they're not blistering as I would like. What do you think?
Yep, stick some oil in there.
All right, we'll put a little bit of oil. Ooh, not the fancy olive oil, just regular old. Just that much. Not a lot. That's a little better. Ooh.
There we go.
All right. I may regret that. It may get very smoky down here. Have you ever had Israeli pepper tomato salad? No, I have not. I don't know what
Actually,
that is.
I know this one. It's actually served as a breakfast salad.
Oh.
It's very, very popular.
Huh. All right. Maybe something to have at camp this summer. Okay. Yeah, these don't take long to cook at all. I just want to get a little more char. Some of them don't have any color, and I really want
Or now that the
color on them.
oil's going, it's getting
Yep.
a little bit.
Okay. Next up, so that was a Cubanelle. So next up is a Poblano. These are Poblanos. Now, these aren't the best looking Poblanos. It is the middle of winter. But I got what I could. These are starting to get a little past it. But these are very nice. They're very fruity. A little spicier. They are 1,000 to 1,500 on the Scoville heat scale. Now, I guess I can save this for when we talk about dried versus... Okay. So these are Poblanos. From what I understand, I've only had them a few times, but apparently they're very bright and grassy and fruity, but they do have some heat to them. Some of you out there would say that they're not hot at all, they're mild. Okay, here we go. Now we've got some blistering. And it's not too smoky in here. All right, I'm going to go ahead and turn this off. I will give you a plate.
Kyle says, my top vote is andouille stuffed green peppers. Oh, that sounds interesting.
Okay.
Especially if it's an andouille with a little bit of heat.
Well, yeah,
And then you get the
usually
sweet
does.
from the pepper.
Yeah, andouille usually does have some heat to it. And these just make such a nice snack with some cocktails.
I still have cocktail left, so just
So
saying.
do I. What are you going to do about it?
Well, I'll need some peppers to go with it.
Just a moment. Give you a little salt. Suppose you want a napkin too.
That would be nice.
Okay, dear. Anything for you.
Ooh, cats just seem to have gone quiet.
Are we boring them? Here we go. Here we go.
As he shows it off to the camera.
There you go. All right. So let's try one. Let's put us both up.
Hold on.
Yeah, they are hot, temperature-wise.
All right, we're still on the interwebs, so I guess chat's just that quiet.
That's good. Let them cool a little bit before you do that. But very good. Just a little bit of salt on them. They're bright. They're flavorful. Not really spicy, unless you get that unlucky one, but they taste like a pepper.
All right, chat's working. It's just that quiet.
Okay. Okay. That's fine.
Yeah, I got a response.
Okay. Good. Phew.
Sometimes when chat gets that quiet, I worry that we had to disconnect. Because the program that does chat is completely separate from the program that does this.
Yeah. All right. Would you, I'm kind of done with that. I'd like just plain champagne. Could you get us a couple of coupes, please?
Hold on, please.
Oh, Karen. Hi, guys. Happy Sunday. I love peppers. Just roasted some poblanos yesterday for the chile relleno casserole. That's awesome. That is awesome. I figured out in California, you guys would probably have more peppers than I could get here in New Jersey or out on Long Island.
About the fires, because they're near Brentwood.
Oh, okay. Karen, are you near the fires, or are you guys... I'm assuming you're okay? Okay. Let's have just some plain champagne, shall we?
I actually still have quite a bit of my cocktail left.
Okay, well, I want just plain. I was in a champagne mood yesterday, and I'm in one today.
And then we have a delivery of champagne for next month.
I know. And we've hardly touched what we had in reserve, but that's okay. All right, so you want to come and get this? Those are poblanos. Next up, we all know it, jalapenos. Now, I think these are red, fully ripened jalapenos because they were in a bin of peppers that just said assorted chilies, and there were these red and green peppers in there. So I grabbed a handful of mix. But they look like jalapenos to me that are just red. You know jalapenos, it's at least around here, it's probably the very common. Yeah, pickled jalapenos are my favorite. I love them too. And we're going to talk about some other pepper products. But you know, you can put these in anything. It's great in chili. Yes, Lance, champagne. You know, you think tacos, nachos. What do you think? You think jalapenos. My mom makes the best sausage and pepper sandwiches. Yum. Yeah, we haven't had that in a while, sausage and peppers. But we all know jalapenos, and we're going to talk about how versatile they are because they become other things. Next on the heat scale, which was from the same bin as these, are what I believe, again, are Serrano chilies. And again, kind of beat up, but it's the middle of winter. Serranos are quite hotter. Well, the jalapenos, I should have said, are 4,000 to 8,500 Scoville. Serranos are 10,000 to 25,000. And again, a lot of these chilies, you often see them, at least in this area, green. But in other areas, you get them red. But yeah, I haven't tried these yet. We may. We may not, or I may regret it. Now we're going to get into really hot stuff. I am afraid to even open these.
Why don't you step to your right a little bit and switch your paper around? That way when I put up the scale, you won't get cut off. There
Okay,
you go.
because I'm used to being... all
I
right, I'll do
know.
my best, dear. You've trained me to always be here.
That's okay.
I'll do my best. Anyway, red Thai chili peppers, also known as a bird's eye. Let's do it. Let's open it. Now, aren't these just the cutest little thing? Okay, well, you were zoomed in.
Hold on. I got to take you back off in order to
Yeah.
do that. And turn that off.
Yeah, yeah. Let's just skip the... They've seen it. So aren't these the cutest little thing? And I have seen them used on TV. I've never used these before in my life. And the reason is they are anywhere from 50,000 to 100,000 on the Scoville scale. So hotter, 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 hotter. And I don't care for heat that blows away your palate. So, you know, maybe one of my neighbors can use these. If anyone in Tanyard Acres who's watching and you'd like some of these, just say the word. One more pepper to go to. And these are so cute too. Habaneros. They had a big bin of these too in the various colors. And these are from 100,000 to 350,000 Scoville heat units. So these are on the plate. This is where they're going to stay unless one of my neighbors wants them. I know some of you out there think I'm a wimp, but there's a practical limit. And this is far past it. But people do enjoy these. You see habanero products all the time. Potato chips and drinks and cremas and things. Now then there's a whole other bunch of products out there. Sometimes these peppers are dried and they become other things. For example, our little poblanos, right, become... dear, this is killing me.
Here we go.
An ancho pepper. Same heat. If you reconstitute them, they go almost back to where they were heat-wise, but a different flavor because these were smoked and dried, so you can have a totally different experience than if you just eat them fresh. And here on this chart, you can see, like we have some serranos, they would become chile seco, Anaheims would become the Colorado, jalapenos become chipotle, which is a product you often see here. Here we go. Chipotle peppers in adobo sauce. I've used this quite often. This is really good. And I have upstairs chipotle, ground chipotles that I use in chili. So this has that nice smoky tomatoey sauce in it. Let's get rid of that. And these. Now, someone mentioned pickled jalapenos, right? Which we have here. You see these quite frequently. I love these. I love these so much. They're not hot to me. They're vinegary. They don't kill my digestive tract. But I do use them sparingly. Oh, you're near San Francisco. No, okay, very good. Very good.
Oh,
Glad to hear that.
look at this.
Oh, Iran, in the middle of the night. Well, thank you for joining us. Thank you so much. So you can get lots of infused liquor with hot pepper. It's delicious like gin. Yeah, and you can get pepper vodkas out there and things. Yeah. In fact, we were going to open by making our Bloody Mary, but with pepper vodka. But then we ran into this mocktail yesterday, and I said, oh, it's an excuse to have champagne? Yeah, that's what we'll do. Plus, a little sweet with all this hot stuff. This is a nice little counterbalance. You see peppers and things in jars, like roasted red peppers. These are just bell peppers. I always keep these around. Are the seeds really the hot part of a chili? Yeah, the seeds and the ribs, that membrane inside, that's where all the heat are. So lot of cooks, if they really want it hot, they leave all that in. Otherwise, you can take them out. But you know, when you work with those hot peppers, you want to be careful. Maybe wear gloves. Always wash your hands afterwards. Don't touch your face or anything. Don't pet your dog. No good. Habanero and bird's eye peppers are way too hot in my opinion. Not much flavor either. Pasilla, Anaheim, and Guajillo are much more flavorful with a mild kick. And that's the type I like, Karen. Something with more flavor than just heat. I like those, you know, what you said. There's a little bit of heat there, but oh, it's fresh tasting, it's grassy, it tastes like whatever. It's fruity.
Which answers this question.
Sweet, hot, or mild? Well, I like them mild or sweet. Yeah. I like heat, spicy foods, but the heat is in the background as a supporting player. Not just blow your palate away, burn your face off. That's not what I like. Some other pepper products.
Oh, I think I did that one. Do we grow our own vegetables?
Oh, sadly, no. We have a very small yard here. I do grow my own herbs in the summertime, but I don't have room or time to grow my own vegetables.
We're not here on weekends.
Yeah,
so.
yeah, we travel a lot. Here's something else I keep in my pantry all the time are some pickled cherry peppers. Again, vinegary, a little spicy, but a little sweet too. Now this says hot, but I don't find them that bad. They are hotter than the jalapenos, but it's different. So I keep this around because sometimes it's nice to dice one up, throw it in some chili or in a stew so there's that background. Or these, especially if I'm making my own spaghetti sauce and I want to make it a little spicy, I'll use this over peperoncino, the dry pepper flakes, because I find them bitter. This adds a little vinegary brightness and some background heat. How are we doing on time? Oh, we got a lot of time
A
left.
lot of time. Here, let me do a little commercial.
Okay.
Hold on. Give me 2 seconds, and then I'm going to...
Sure, I'll just do a dance.
That's right. Do a dance.
Yeah. Drink my champagne. Coming up next.
And where did you get that wonderful apron
this
you're wearing?
apron that I'm wearing today, well, I got it from the Let's Celebrate TV store.
And let's get the screen up here. And if you go to shop.letscelebrate.tv, you can see we've got lots of new stuff this year, and aprons are the hot stuff. So far, we have sold more aprons than anything else, and they're reasonable. They're $34. You can get a lot of nice types. Aprons not your style? How about some shirts? And our son Kevin was very busy and came up with about 12 designs. This happens to be my personal favorite. Let's Cook. I watched a YouTube video. All sorts of colors. And unlike a lot of places, we're not charging $25, $30, $40 for a shirt. We're charging $21 for the soft ones, $19 for the hard ones. You want to support the channel? Go ahead and buy a shirt.
Or a mug.
Doesn't work for you? How about a mug? You can support the channel. We can do lots of things. Now, that being said, I don't have a channel today. If any of our small channels are watching today or in chat and you've not received an email from me in the last week, please check your spam folder. I have an idea for all of us as a group, and it might be fun for everyone, both on this channel and your own channels, and we get to giggle. Now it's back to you.
Yay! Back to me, Bob. I'm gonna drink some more champagne. So that's a lot about peppers and some pepper products. I got a couple more to talk about. Unless you're getting bored. I hope not.
Ooh, you were just saying about the
Oh, I love good
peppers.
stir fry or red. Oh, well, God bless you, Larry, because I'm terrified of these and those. The others I could probably do. Maybe not the Serranos, but these guys, Besides blowing my palate away, I have a little wimpy, weak digestive system. So spicy food doesn't always like me. Olivia, I made the mistake of rubbing my eyes after chopping jalapenos. Ouch. Yeah. Yeah. Any type of
And that's why you wear
pepper.
gloves.
That's why you wear gloves and you wash your hands afterwards. And just, don't pet your cat or your dog. Don't touch your eyes or anything else sensitive, because if you have any of that capsaicin, and that's what it is that makes it hot. The capsaicin binds to your pain receptors. What are you making for dinner, and will it involve peppers? Probably not, but maybe. I was going to make...
Homemade pasta.
Yeah, I'm going to make some homemade pasta today, and then make a lemony Alfredo type sauce and some grilled chicken. So I don't know that I would be including...
What?
With all
You're
those
not watching
peppers-
the game?
Well, he's multitasking. With all those peppers, I expect a variety of homemade hot sauces. That's nice. You can expect that, Kev. These are not, like I said, Kevin, that's a great idea, but these are kind of battered and because it's the middle of January. And this is what I could get. But maybe with like
that's
Bonnets,
interesting.
What? Emily's making a pepperoncini pepper pot roast today. Awesome. Yeah, that's one thing I like, that you get on a hoagie or sub or grinder or hero, whatever you call it in your part of the world, or the hot peppers you put in that are, I believe, the cherry peppers, but they're or they might be another type, but they're pickly and briny, and they're not too terribly hot, but it's just enough to wake up your palate. I like that hoagie spread too that you get, at least in this part of the country, which is the ground up cherry peppers, and then you smear it on the bread, and then it's wonderful. But that's my limit of heat. I love adding roasted red peppers to my ratatouille. Sure, and that's something too that you could take to a whole new level. Add some pickled roasted peppers to it, and that will give it brightness, a little bit of heat, and just give you a different experience than a regular ratatouille. Now, I love ratatouille, but yeah, kick it up a notch or two. What?
This person does not know you well.
Have you ever done one of those hot wing challenges? Is that our Gary? Of Gary and Samantha, I wonder.
I don't know. It was an email one. So.
Yeah. No. No. I was a judge once at a camping event where they did a rib cook-off, and I wasn't allowed to enter. I don't know why, but they all made ribs.
Hot
And
ribs.
all they did was they all tried to outspice one another, because they all had this idea that barbecue ribs are supposed to be spicy. And I got to taste the first one, and then I got to the third, and just like, I'm done. You all lose. I don't like any of you. Oh, hi, Ben. No problem. Glad you're here. But yeah, no, Gary, I have never done a hot wing challenge. I like hot wings. I love buffalo wings. But again, if it's going to blow my palate away and then kill me for
now
days
let's
later.
be honest here. If we're doing hot wings, they are not hot. They are mild.
Right. They're hot to us, but
Mild or
garlicky or cheesy.
We don't
to
do that.
us, they might be hot. Like buffalo wings to us are hot, but probably a lot of you out there, you think we're just little mortals because we can't tolerate much more
This
than
is
Frank's
funny.
hot sauce. My husband is a spice wimp. The best I can do with him is banana or pepperoncini peppers. Oh, the banana peppers. Yeah, I love those. And the pepperoncini, yeah. Well, I don't like the dried flakes. I keep them around, but whenever I use them, I find it makes things bitter. I like the banana peppers, though. And I think that's what they use on the hoagies, is pickled banana peppers. I do like them.
Well, this one's interesting.
I've had spicy chili and chocolate. Yeah, can you use a sweeter pepper in a dessert? I'll bet you could. I bet you could. What's the sweetest pepper I know? Like a red or yellow bell pepper. Could you use that for the sweetness? I don't know. Probably. Try it out.
I think the mini sweets are actually sweeter than a
But
green pepper.
But the big large bell pepper, you would want to skin them, and they would be easier to skin than doing a bunch of those. My wings are sweet with brown sugar. Okay. That
Well,
might be fun.
You're invited. Bring some over.
That might be fun, especially if it were a spicy sweet. Like maybe it had a little heat mixed in with the a tiny bit of one of, well, not those, but one of these other ones. One other product I do like, speaking of sweet and spicy, is this type of jalapeno pepper jelly, things like this. I love these when I'm making just some cheese and crackers or something. And, you just pair it with like a sharp cheese or a strong cheese. Then you get this sweet, spicy, the strong cheese on a crispy something, a cracker or a cucumber slice. But you get that whole experience. The cheese is going to be strong and creamy. This is going to be sweet and spicy, and it all comes together in a really nice
We
bite.
have a request.
Okay.
Someone's asking if you would mind opening the adobo
Sure.
can because they don't understand what adobo
Absolutely.
sauce is.
Yep.
And it's actually pretty cool because you can use the sauce and what's in there for
Okay.
a lot of flavorings.
Go back. Here we go. Yeah, maybe. There we go. So, you get these fully cooked peppers. Here we go. In this wonderful tomatoey sauce. Huge difference between heat and flavor. Absolutely, Ben. I agree 100%. And it's unfortunate that people think heat is flavor. So yeah, this is going to be smoky. There's spice to it. There's tomato. There's a lot of smoke, and this is delicious, especially to use in something.
So the adobo sauce itself is not spicy, but as it's
picks
in
it
the
up
can
from
with it, it picks up just a little bit of the
Right.
adobo.
And these are chipotles, which are smoked dried jalapenos. So all that in this wonderful sauce, it comes together. And there are a lot of different adobos out there depending on the culture. If it's Mexican or Filipino, things like that.
Now this one's great, and I did know this one.
My dad taught me if you remove stems of a chili, it will last longer in the refrigerator. Oh, I did not know that. But peppers don't last here. We eat, especially, we buy these these will be gone in 2 days.
And I'm actually going to comment on that because I do know the answer to this one. When peppers are put in the refrigerator, you can get a week to 2 weeks out of them. You're going to put them in a plastic bag, but do not seal it. And if you can, take the little tip, the stem off, but don't cut it with a knife. You don't want to break the skin. Just pull it and break it off, because as they start to age and mold, they start right there in the stem. If you remove it, you can get an extra 1 or 2 weeks out of it.
Oh, so if you can get like
Yep.
this little, where the
just
stem
break
was,
that
if you can get that out
but you
without
can't-
the whole cap. Yeah.
Correct.
Okay. That'd be tough.
Yep.
But we use peppers, so they don't.
It really applies more to long peppers with a stem, like
So like the Cubanelle here.
something like that. Yeah.
Right. Okay. So
You-
that would be a little easier.
You break
to,
that off.
Yeah.
They
like
say you
that.
can cut it. You just don't want to cut into the flesh of the.
Right. So you could
You
carefully
did that.
without.
Correct.
Okay.
And that can make it last
Yeah,
significantly
longer. Oh.
longer.
Huh? Who knew?
I did. I don't know why I never said it.
That's okay.
Okay, I'm eating the cranberry off the bottom of the rosemary
Well,
here.
you do like cranberries like that. He will eat, because they're tart. He will eat raw cranberries like by the handful. It won't hurt him. But
And now I can eat anything because
yes, he's got his permanent new teeth.
these
Smile
don't
for
come
everyone,
out.
dear.
They're screwed in for 25 years, which means I'll be 101 when they pry them out of my mouth. But yay, no more dentures. And because there's no more plastic in my mouth, I get to taste things again. So
Yeah.
yay me.
That's nice.
Oh, yes.
What? Hey, you freeze peppers, absolutely. Yeah, because you see them even in the stores in the frozen food section, frozen. You probably, I wouldn't just put this in a bag and pop it in the freezer. I would probably cut it up and maybe vacuum seal it.
Yep.
Or in a really tight bag and then freeze it that way. All right, we're coming up on time. I keep forgetting, there's a clock right down here. I'm trying to look at the clock on the wall, which has a glare on it. Tony says, a favorite of mine is chipotle peppers and adobo sauce, which we just had.
Yep.
You can do so much with them. Yeah, absolutely, you can. I couldn't even tell you what to do. Mix them with some eggs. Put them in a stew or a casserole. It just adds this level of smokiness, tartness, a little bit of background heat.
Huevos rancheros.
Yes. Something else I could do for camp. Just don't think of it.
And if everyone can do us a favor, there's 18 people online right now. Jump down and hit that like button so YouTube knows that you enjoyed this. Once we're over, I will go ahead and put the cocktail recipe in for the Mocktini. What was it called again?
Morosa.
Sorry.
Morosa Mocktail.
Yeah, Morosa Mocktail. I'll put that in there.
With Merlot.
And I'll also put links to all the recipes videos that we've done where we featured peppers. And there's lots of them.
Well, okay. Few, but... All right, so what's coming up next on Let's Celebrate TV? Next week, you've heard of the wedge salad. You probably know it. You've been to a steakhouse in the 80s. It's a wedge of iceberg lettuce, bacon, blue cheese dressing, maybe some tomatoes, and more blue cheese. It's delicious, and I love it. But I wanted to change it up a little bit, maybe make it a little more elegant. So we have a new version of the wedge salad coming up this week.
Wedge salad 2.0.
Exactly, what he just said, wedge salad 2.0. I'm going to be showing you, we need to do one more test run on it and break it down a little bit more to film it in a small enough amount of time, but a pear frangipane tart. This is a delicious tart. It's wonderful this time of year because pears are really considered a winter fruit. It's pears and almonds and a light pastry. It's very dramatic. It's wonderful for a party. It's easier to make than it sounds, and more importantly, it's totally delicious. All right, and then in 2 weeks, our next live stream. Did you think the Eagles will win? I don't know. I do know that unlike that one lady in Philadelphia, I do know how to spell Eagles. I don't know. I don't follow them that closely. So it would be nice if they make it through the champion
if they
thingies
don't,
and make
won't
it.
your office people just be whining?
Just Len.
Oh, okay.
Maybe Adrian. I don't know. I kind of tune it all out. What's next on Let's Celebrate TV as far as in our next live stream? Baked Pears Alicia. I don't know what that is, but I'll look it up. Unless it's something you made up, Ben, then let me know. Baked Pears Alicia. You can look that up, dear. Our next live stream in a couple weeks is Valentine's Day is coming. It's right around the corner. So it's all going to be all about chocolate and Valentine's. We tried to do a Cooking with Chocolate live stream last year, and that was the first time that everything conked out on us. So we're going to tempt fate.
That was the infamous encoder catching fire.
Yeah. Where we kept going, what's that smell? What's that smell? And it was a piece of our equipment here. Literally burning up. We didn't see smoke. We're just going, what the hell is that smell? Anyway, it's going to be all about chocolate and Valentine's, the history of Valentine's, how did chocolate get associated with it, and of course, our friend ValenTurtle will be the special guest star, and maybe some of his friends in the menagerie behind me.
Okay, we're getting an answer on this one.
On which one?
Hold on. And we got to
From
wait till
Ben?
it pops up. Yeah.
Suanne Niven's favorite dessert. Oh, I'd forgotten about that. That's right. You're right. I forgot that. Suanne Niven's. And only people our age would know who Suanne Nivens is.
Oh, Richard's happy.
Oh, because ValenTurtle. Yay, ValenTurtle. Yeah. He's still around.
ValenTurtle's been quiet, and we have, other than wine trips, we have been doing a lot of traveling. So
Yeah.
ValenTurtle hasn't been doing the adventures of ValenTurtle lately.
We're gonna try and do more with him this year, 2025. Do more silly shenanigans with him.
Actually, so for those who don't know, you want to take a second and explain ValenTurtle, please?
Okay. So this is ValenTurtle. You see, he's a turtle, a silly little stuffed turtle with hearts on his shell. And a late friend of mine who was homebound at the time, she lived in Massachusetts. Her name is Pasty. I'd never met Pasty in person. She was a friend of a friend. And it was always like, oh, you missed Pasty. She was just here. She was here yesterday. And it was like kind of Clark Kent and Superman. They'd be like, oh, Lois, you just missed Superman. And you know. So I never knew who this person was other than by reputation. And I finally got to meet her virtually through Facebook. So, oh, she's a real person. So we struck up this friendship, and we found out that she went to high school with Phil, at least 1 year.
Yep.
So right after that, she sent us one Valentine's Day.
Yes. Yes.
What?
Absolutely.
Yes, ValenTurtle is Chatterphone. He absolutely is, Ben. And we have several on Facebook. You'll have to find me on Facebook. Several adventures and of things with ValenTurtle and his menagerie back there. But anyway, so ValenTurtle, she sent us ValenTurtle 1 year for Valentine's Day, and she had something called Marfan syndrome. So she at that point was housebound. She very rarely left. She couldn't drive much or go out, and so we started this Adventures of ValenTurtle. And I would post on Facebook, and she would live kind of vicariously. So ValenTurtle has met celebrities. He has met drag queens. He's met drag queen celebrities. He's been all over the Eastern Seaboard. He has spent weeks with other people, like our friend Richard and a couple others. He's since we got him, other people have been giving me friends for ValenTurtle. So we have various adventures that they get into.
And it always starts the same way. He's in the windshield of our pickup truck,
Yeah.
and we're driving somewhere, and it starts out, where is ValenTurtle going today?
So yeah, we do need to do more with ValenTurtle, and we talked about that this year. So yeah, so he'll be our special guest star.
Someone's jealous.
Yes, PJ is. ValenTurtle likes his cocktails. His friend Pachyderm Jones. Yes, he has sparkly. He's you know, he's a drag elephant, non-binary. PJ likes his cocktails too, and PJ and ValenTurtle often get in trouble with their cocktails. I'm surprised that when I had this big glass here, ValenTurtle didn't try and do one of these, because he often does.
We have a series in Facebook where ValenTurtle got the Easter Bunny drunk,
Yes.
and he threw
Easter
up.
Bunny, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Yeah, it was quite funny.
The Grinch. They got into some trouble with the Grinch, yeah. The elf on the shelf who came to live with us was the instigator. But yeah, so anyway, next live stream will be about chocolate and Valentine's and, of course, ValenTurtle. And we have a few little surprises mixed up in that, too. All right, we're a little over time. So do you have anything else, dear?
I don't, but we can at least
Thank
run
you,
our
everyone.
credits
Yeah.
here and give
Yep.
thanks to everybody.
Yep.
And all of our channel supporters, Hank and AJ, Brad and Brian, Carol, Joan, Peggy, Robin, Megan, Gary, Kevin, ARH, Rode Microphones, B&H Photos, and everybody here in chat today. Thank
Yes.
you.
Cheers.
And we'll see
See you next time.
Come on. Oops. Would help if I
Forgot to
actually
push the button.
I did. I
Didn't ya?
forgot to push
Yeah.
the button, which means that's going to do it
Go
again.
all over again. All right. Yeah. And
Well,
this is why I drink.
we're low budget today, and again, we might have had a little bit of wine.
Yesterday.
Oh! Look at this! I feel like I'm watching Fred Rogers right now. All right,
It's a
let's try
beautiful
this
day in the neighborhood.
one more time.
Right.